Welcome to the Crow Show. I'm Crow Joe, and man, what a mess it is in Los Angeles. If it's not for the homeless, the crime, and all the other crap, traffic is crappy, but it's the leadership that sucks ass. It sucks ass all the way around, from Karen Bass to the city supervisors, the city council. It just sucks ass. That's the bottom line of it, too. Here, I'll go to it right here. Check this out.
9,000 homes and businesses were burned to the ground in Altadena. The Environmental Protection Agency invited us to join a team sifting through the ash, searching for toxic debris. Harry Allen is the federal on-site coordinator with the EPA.
What specific materials are you looking for here?
We look for any uncombusted paints or any household chemicals, pesticides. We look for batteries, especially in electric vehicles, and other kinds of hazards like unburned munitions we may even remove.
The EPA also monitors each property for asbestos and arsenic.
This is painstaking work as teams respond to what is the costliest natural disaster in U.S. history. And now crews facing mounting public pressure to work faster than ever before.
This executive order from President Trump calls for the EPA to expedite the bulk removal of contaminated and general debris. The deadline for such a large-scale disaster is unprecedented. Consider that in Lahaina, the EPA took more than 4 months to clear hazardous materials from 1,400 homes. In Southern California, the EPA faces clearing nearly 10 times that amount in just 30 days.
Do you feel the pressure in general to expedite this process?
Yes, of course. It's a lot more to coordinate, and we have to move much more quickly than we had in other situations because of the various pressures.
I went there and saw the mess. It was no water. I videotaped a house that was worth probably over $100 million, and there was a fire hydrant right in front. You think that person who owned that place thought, well, I'm covered. I got water there. There was no water. There hasn't been water in the Pacific Palisades for over 11 months because of a repair on, it could have been done in a couple of weeks. But the Quinones of the DWP, she's the CEO of the DWP in Los Angeles, and never gets fired. You never get fired. You could be a total idiot and you still have your job. Mayor Bass, another idiot. Can you imagine if you had a report and you're in charge of Los Angeles and they say, we're going to have 100-mile-an-hour winds. They never clear cut. They don't believe in clear cutting because the EPA people think, well, clear cutting damages the environment. This is the biggest mess ever in Los Angeles history. And it's going to take not months, I'm guessing years before anyone can start rebuilding because they have electric cars. Isn't it great that these electric cars that we need are so wonderful? Unless they overheat and burn your house down, or they burn up because of the Southern California Edison or homeless people doing meth are burning the whole place down and your car catches on fire. You might have to wait a year before you can even start rebuilding. They have to remove paints, ammunition, and all because they're idiots. If they would have clear cut, if they would have had water, you hear that, Newsom? Bass? If you just had water. I mean, I live on planet stupid. The highest homeless in the country. Skid Row looks like a fourth world, not even a third world. It is absolutely a mess downtown with drugs and leadership. It's just a joke. Woke progressives have shown their true colors, an absolute failure. And the people that voted them in Pacific Palisades, the Hollywood left, you reaped what you sowed, because you voted him in. You voted in Newsom. You voted in, you had the DEI Quinones. She's a moron. She had no qualifications to be running the DWP. Who lets no water for almost a year in an area where it was a high fire zone and no clear cutting? You're idiots. So anyway, what do? They have to wait. This is almost like karma, because the Rob Reiners of the world, who said that Trump's an idiot, well, now you reap what you sow, don't you? Because all the warnings about clear cutting, all the warnings about we're more worried about fish than water supply to Southern California. Millions and millions of gallons of water that comes from Northern California goes into the ocean. It does not come to Southern California because of fish. Fish are more important than people. And the woke progressives that were stupid enough to do that are paying the consequences now. The biggest environmental disaster in the history of Los Angeles, all caused by progressive woke environmentalists. Not the Republicans, environmentalist Democrats. You ruin this state. You ruin this state with crime, defunding the police, this EPA that you have to have all these permits to build. And you see what a joke it is now. Now the rich, the super uber rich progressives are learning a very painful lesson that their policies are failures. They're absolute failures and should not have been in leadership roles. Trump was 100% right. And I know that must stick in your craw, but he was right. And he's not going to give you any help until you fix the problem. And all the insurance companies, where are they? They're leaving. You know, not only is it U-Hauls for all the Californians have to put up with all of Newsom's crap, but people are packing up and leaving along with the insurance companies. Oh, we're going to have to pick up the bill because the people that live in California, because we have dumbass leaders, woke progressives, you know, the postmodernist idiots that teach anti-Americanism in all the colleges and public schools. You're all going to have to pay now. You bunch of jackasses. You should have paid attention, you know, and now you learned a painful lesson. You need to clear cut. This isn't about environmentalism. You created the biggest environmental damage in the history of Los Angeles. So anyway, Crow Joe out. You guys have a great day. And the people that voted in Newsom, well, you reaped what you sowed, didn't you?